We all know that as followers of Yeshua, how easy it is to fall back into our old ways. Let's take a look at what Rav Shaul, the Apostle Paul, has to say about that.
Hey guys, so today we are jumping into Ephesians chapter 4, starting at verse 17. This is now talking about putting off the old, putting on the new, walking in the fullness of Christ. Verse 17. So I tell you this, indeed I insist on it, in the Lord. Walk no longer as the pagans do. What is a pagan?
In the Roman world at the time, paganism, and we could look at that going back to the time when Israel came into the land. All the nations of the earth had their own gods. Mm-hmm. Idolatry.
Okay.
And basically that's what it is.
That's like modern day people that maybe practice New Age or have Hinduism or going to different gods for different things versus just the one true God of Israel.
Yeah, it's just the ancient version of it, but it's the same thing. Controlled by the demonic realm, etc. And these people had come out of that and come to faith, but clearly had brought some of their old ways with them.
Got it. 18. They are darkened in their understanding, alienated from the life of God because of the ignorance in them due to their hardness of their heart. Since they are past feeling, they have turned themselves over to indecency for the practice of every kind of immorality with greed for more.
He's painting the picture of how dark paganism is and leading into this idea that you now, as followers of Yeshua, who came out of that culture and out of that way of life, need to be careful to walk in this new way.
However, you did not learn Messiah in this way. If indeed you have heard him and were taught in him as the truth is in Yeshua. With respect to your former lifestyle, you are to lay aside the old self corrupted by its deceitful desires. Be renewed in the spirit of your mind and put on the new self, created to be like God in true righteousness and holiness.
I think of Romans 12:2, that we are to be transformed by the renewing of our minds. And this is what we might call the sanctification process, which is just a fancy word for our walk with God as we grow into more and more the likeness of Yeshua. He's admonishing them, encouraging them to be renewed in the spirit of your mind. In other words, these are believers. They already have the Ruach, the Spirit of God in them. And he's telling them, now let what you've done take its course as you grow in faith in the Messiah.